All righty, welcome back to another episode of Two Plane Sports. Today it's Brandon and myself, but we are joined by Trent Wilson. Trent, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Can't complain. It's another day of living the dream, right?
Yes, sir.
It
Yes,
looks
sir.
like it's a little sunnier where you're at up
Yeah, it's a
in
little sunny over here. Yeah, we don't get that too often.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, here in Oklahoma. It's gray and cloudy, and it's been raining all weekend.
yeah.
But before we get into it, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We're past 6,200 subscribers. We're going for 6,300 now. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Apple, Spotify, and TikTok. Everything's linked in the description below. All right, Trent. Well, again, we just want to say we appreciate you coming on, and I guess I'll start off with, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're from Maryland, and just kind of how you got into football and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm from Maryland. I grew up I grew up in DC. So I grew up in DC around like Northwest. I started playing football when I was 5 years old. I played with Marshall Heights, then with Greenman, came in Green Machine. And then I played for Maryland Heat for my middle school year. Um, I had an injury when I was 10, and then I was off for 2 years, and then I came back and I played with Maryland Heat. Um, they are in Bowie, Maryland, I think, or somewhere around that area. And then going into high school, I played at St. John's College High School. They are in Chevy Chase, Maryland. Um, and then I played there for my freshman and sophomore year. And then after my sophomore season, I transferred to Wise, Dr. Henry Wise High School. And I'm there right now, and I'm a rising senior. No, yeah, rising senior, yeah. Rising senior.
Nice. No, that's a pretty good journey, Brandon. What do you
Yeah,
think?
And you've been playing football a long time, and you said since you were 5 years old. So this has been
yeah.
a lifelong thing for you. Is there anything that you haven't yet accomplished in your football career that you want to see happen during your senior season, whether that be from a team standpoint or an individual standpoint?
Yeah, so as far as the team standpoint, we did accomplish, well, it's not like one of the teams I've been on, we definitely accomplished things I want to accomplish at St. John's my freshman and sophomore season. We won the championship, and now at Wise this past year we won the state championship again. So throughout my 3 years of high school, I won three championships.
It's
So
pretty
that's,
good.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to win another one this year, and so I'm going for Max Preps All American like an ESPN. Um, Personal goals, I'm trying to be a 5 star. I'm trying to be number one player in the country, number one defensive lineman in the country. Um, and I think this past like off season, well, it's off season right now. Like I'm saying, I've been working very hard to do that. Um, I got my strength up, my speed up for this next season, and I'm just keep my head low. You know what I'm saying, working, staying humble, and on this last season, I'm saying I'm prepared to leave it all I got and to leave a statement.
No, that's some lofty goals, and obviously with three state
Yeah.
championships, going for the fourth, that's pretty good. So, at what point did your recruitment start blowing up for you? I mean, because you're a
Uh,
pretty highly rated guy as it is
yeah.
already. I mean, but at what point did you realize, holy cow, I'm going to have offers to go play pretty much anywhere in the country?
Yeah. So my freshman year, I did do camps and I did do like scouting camps and all that. I went to rivals camps and I went to Pitt camp, Penn State camp, and Georgia camp, and that was when I got my high like powerhouse schools, and ever since then my name's been on everybody's radar because my freshman year, I didn't actually play defensive lineman, but I did have like a couple plays where like I did play D line, but I mainly played I played H back because they had like seniors, like the whole D line there. My freshman year was seniors, so like with politics and all that, so they had to play them. So when my sophomore season came, I blew up because I was, what I'm saying, people thought I was like a higher classman. like people thought that I was, like a senior, but they seen I was a sophomore, and I was about 6'2", 270 as a sophomore, and so they were surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's eyes blew up, and that was when my recruitment started to blow up. That was when I started getting offers like what did I get? I got Pitt, Penn State, Georgia. I started getting like Ole Miss, Oregon, USC, schools like that. And then that's when the Alabamas came and the Tennessees came and like all the powerhouses came. So but yeah, man, like I've been blessed, to do the recruitment and everything like early and everything so I could, build relationships with coaches and all that.
You
So I've
got
been
it.
blessed with that.
I got one quick follow up question before I kick it
Yeah.
over to Brandon. How does that all work with those camps and stuff? Do representatives just message you on Twitter, or do they text you, or they go through your coaches? Or, I'm just curious, how does that
Yeah.
work?
Yeah. So basically like they DM you. I've been getting them on like Adam Freeman. He's the East Coast recruiter for
Okay.
Rivals. Basically they DM you or something or like give you a call, say you're invited. Like they give you like the location and everything so you can go to it.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So you're 3 for 3 in high school, going for a four-peat. What is it that you're looking for in a college team? Because obviously you're not accustomed to losing very much. Going 3 for 3 there, going for a fourth.
Yeah.
Are you trying to join a team that is immediately ready to compete? Are you okay with going to a team that might be, you might not see them as a contender right away, but they're going to be down the road in maybe in a year or two?
Yeah.
What is the dream fit for you?
So my number one like thing where I would pick has to be a place that's going to develop me. It has to be a place where I have a great relationship with the defensive line coach and the strength coach and the head coach. As far as winning, like I like to win, but there's some teams where you're just winning, but you're not getting developed because with the transfer portal now, and like with I'm saying coaching moving around and stuff, like it's easy to just grab like a 5-star coming out of high school and then you put them on your team, but you're not developing them. So I like the coaches that have built relationships for like from high school and they are developing them defensive linemen that do become let's say Big Ten or SEC, like All American their freshman year. And all that stuff I look at when I look at these colleges, like who has built a relationship with that player from out of high school or freshman, like who is doing that. And with my top 8, those have been schools that have been built relationships with those coaches and schools that have been recruiting hard, what I'm saying. For example, like Penn State, they've been recruiting me since my freshman year. They've been one of my like the first schools that I've been recruited by heavy. And like there's been relationship with those coaches, that means a lot to me, like the Alabama, like some, like those powerhouses, like they I wouldn't say they recruit, but they're just used to getting like top recruits because they're like a powerhouse. But they're not really like developing and building relationship with those people. So I'm gonna be somewhere like where I can be comfortable at and I can get better.
Now that makes sense. And I was actually going to ask you about your top 8. So you kind of talked a little bit about Penn State. So for anyone that's watching this that doesn't know Trent's top 8, it's Florida State, Ohio State, Florida, Penn State, A&M, OU, Maryland, and Tennessee. So out of those 8 programs, is there anything in particular that sticks out? I mean, Maryland's kind of the hometown school. They're all Big Ten and SEC schools, and except for the exception of ACC and Florida State. What sticks out about Ohio State and Florida State and OU? Is there anything in particular that you're, just highlight a few of the things that stick out on some of your top 8s?
Well, the first thing, they all have great D-line coaches. We got Odell Higgins, we have Larry Johnson, and we have Todd Bates. Those are all great defensive linemen great defensive D-line coaches who have like a great resume with defensive linemen. We got Chase Young, we got Brian Brzee, we got some people we got who got Jaden Verse, who's over there at
Mm-hmm.
Florida State. So like there's a lot of like great defensive linemen that came from those coaches and like the resume that they all hold is what made them what made them in my top 8, because like I want to go someplace where they have been known for like D-line U, and they are, great coaches. So yeah,
Yeah.
those
So
those
just
3 coaches have it all in common.
Todd Bates, we think very highly of Todd Bates on this show. He's done a lot of great things in a short time in Oklahoma, and obviously his Clemson track record is really strong too. But did see that Coach Chavis also just went to visit you recently, along with Coach Venables. So are you down to play anywhere along that defensive line? And it says, according to all these recruiting sites, that you're listed as a DT, but is playing edge or playing anywhere along that line something that you're willing to do?
Yeah, I mean, whatever, anything is the best choice for me, then, I would do that. Of course, I'm a natural 3, but when you get to college, your body might change, you might get taller, you might get more lengthier, you might get bigger, you know what I'm saying? So like, I think just depends on how my body forms out when I get to that collegiate level. And mainly right now, the coaches, they have been recruiting me for a 3 tech, that's 5 and the outside. So, we're going, see how that goes, and maybe, for sure 3 and 5 for sure though. Mainly 3 and
Okay.
5.
Yeah. So a lot of these schools, like Penn State's been after you for years now. Oh, in Oklahoma, it seems like from the outside looking in, Oklahoma's kind of started more recently recruiting you. At what point did they start reaching out to you? And I wouldn't imagine, because Brent Venables and Todd Bates haven't been there quite as long, so they haven't had the chance. I'm just curious when OU kind of came in the picture.
Yeah, so about like last month, I reached out to a couple of coaches that were in my top 12, and Todd Bates was one of the coaches who actually touched me back and was eager to build a relationship with me. And who else? It was also Florida State, um, and Florida. Those been the schools that I reached out to that have text me back and said, yeah, we're very interested in you, saying we love to coach you, and like we're into a relationship with you. That's why I locked in the date for the unofficial visit for March 9th, because the day that I texted him, he like he was ready to, start building. So yeah, that's the other thing that I do in my recruitment. I like to show college coaches I'm interested in them as well, because that will make them want to be interested in me. So, and some coaches, don't text back, but saying that's obviously not a place that I would go to. So, yeah.
That is crazy that some just don't get back, I guess. But
Yeah.
so is your phone just constantly blowing up then with coaches? Like, how often do they follow up or kind of stay on you with this kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much hear from them maybe like a couple times a week. You know what I'm saying? They don't really blow it up, but like people in my top 8, I definitely hear from them maybe like 3 or 4 times a week, but not too crazy though, not too crazy.
Not
Never. Me
ridiculous.
and Todd Bates do talk a lot though, because he came up to my school 3 times in like 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, came up there like 3 times in 2 weeks. So we do talk a lot. Me and Todd Bates talk a
That's
lot.
that's pretty impressive that,
Yeah.
literally in the last month he's come up to see you after you reached out to him within,
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 times.
Mhm.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That means you're definitely a priority for OU.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's good. So you're coming down for March 9th for your unofficial. Do you have a timeline on your recruitment, or just kind of
Yeah.
one of those feelings of like whenever the time is right, the time is right?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to committing in July, and I'll
Okay.
probably drop a top 5 in about April or May, and do my OVs um in June and May. Yeah, but I'm be
Nice.
early enrollee, so whenever I pick, I'll be at that school in December.
I was just going to ask you if you're going to be an early enrollee,
Yeah,
because I think that helps a lot sometimes with
yeah.
some of these recruits and stuff. So you've been playing forever. Who's one kind of player that growing up, college, NFL, doesn't matter, that you kind of look at and be like, man, this dude is not so much model your game after, but someone that you are pretty fond of, or you think you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, Aaron Donald and Miles Garrett, I like them too. Christian Wilkins, he came from OU. Those been 3 players that I've been watching over a couple of years. Growing up, it was definitely It was definitely Aaron Donald. But as time went on, I started to look at Miles Garrett and Christian Wilkins, especially Miles Garrett, because we're kind of like the same build. He's about 6'4", 270. I'm about 6'3", 270, but I'm pretty sure I get like a little bit taller. So I look at players that's about my range and that can also do and like be great at the professional level.
Absolutely. Those are also, I mean, some really elite players. And Brum, I think that also speaks to how old we are now. That he said
Yeah.
he grew up watching Aaron Donald and Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, it is kind of hard to believe. So whenever you're in in college ranks, what stadium, if you come play at OU and you're playing in the SEC now, what stadium would you most forward to looking to play in, like as the opponent, going away, going on the road? Is it LSU? Is it Alabama? Is it going to the Swamp?
I heard that Michigan Stadium was kind of loud. I heard their stadium's kind of loud. The only really like loud stadium I've been to was like Penn State, but yeah, I mean I haven't really seen like the other ones, but I heard Michigan Stadium was nice. Heard that's like one of the biggest stadiums in college football.
Yeah, well, OU's got a home and home with Michigan coming up, and while you'd be in college, so
Just keep
you'd
that
have
in
the
mind.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Uh,
So if it wasn't football, because obviously you've been doing this forever, but if it wasn't football, what sport do you think you'd be playing?
wasn't football. I would say basketball, but I don't think so. It'll probably be um hmm.
You stumped them.
Yeah, I probably box really.
Okay.
Or yeah, probably box or basketball. If it wasn't football, then I'd probably be like doing I'd probably be having like e-commerce or something like that. Cause I like business. Like I like cooking and like online stuff.
What do you plan on majoring in whenever you get to college?
I major in culinary arts.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. That'll be
Culinary
really
arts.
cool. That'll be really cool.
Try to have my own
Well,
restaurant one day.
yeah, there you go. Make your fortune in the NFL, and then open up a restaurant whenever you retire.
Definitely.
So I've got one last question. So you're going for the March 9th event. What, I'm assuming it's your first visit to Oklahoma. What are you looking for when you go to OU? Like, man, you have a checklist of like, this could be my home if these four things are met? Are there any things that you're really looking for?
But number one, I'm looking for the presentation. Like when I come on campus, is it just me and Todd Bates, or is it the whole coaching staff that's going to? I'm gonna talk to. Looking forward to like the facility, how the facility looks. Like the what's his name? The strength coach. Is he a strength
Schmitty.
coach? Does know what he's doing. I heard he was nice though, cause they said like LeBron status or something. He got like LeBron status. I heard he was nice.
There's some horror stories about Coach Schmitty and his workouts from some of the past players.
Yeah, but yeah, man, Raymond's looking for that, like that feeling, like you go on campus, like not really like something that you particularly look for, but like it's just like a feeling that you get, where like like this is a great place and this is a place that I want to be at.
Absolutely. So you mentioned the coaches, Coach Bates. He's obviously, I think, your lead recruiter here, but Coach Davis has been there, Coach Venables has been there. How much? Forget about the coaches for a second. How much peer-to-peer recruiting kind of happens for you, like with players on the team, or how much peer-to-peer recruiting do you plan on doing whenever you do make that decision? So you said you plan on committing somewhere around July. So you commit July to whatever school. Are you a guy who's going to be big trying to get other players to come to your team, or do you just kind of sit back there?
I mean, of course, if I wouldn't bring nobody to a place I wouldn't like. So yeah, definitely. Like if I do go to Oklahoma, then I would try to bring some DMV cats up to Oklahoma as well. Yeah, I know two people that just committed, David Stone and Eddie Peru. I think like you said his name. Yeah, I knew them from my 5-on-5 team. So you know what I'm saying. So I definitely, if I was to go to Oklahoma, then I'd definitely bring some DMV guys up there too.
We're really excited about David Stone there. I think you and David Stone could be a nice duo there, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Brandon, do you have any other questions?
Wings or flats? We've asked that before. We'll end with that. That's a fun one.
Flats.
Why?
Flats.
But why flats?
Because like it's just easier to get like the meat, the bone. It's just easier. It's so much easier. It's so much. Sometimes the drums be. Well, you said wings or flats? You meant drums?
Drums or flats? Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, drums. Yeah, drums. Sometimes the drums be hard. You can't even eat it. Sometimes.
Yeah. I hear you. That's just
For sure.
we kind of stole that from another show, but it usually gets a fun response. So
soda.
No, the drums or flats. We kind of stole that from a different show, but it always gets a fun response. But if you want to talk about soda,
no.
Do you have a favorite? You don't touch soda at all?
Yeah, I don't drink soda. Yeah.
Are you on like the Tom Brady diet?
I mean, I drink like water. I like drinking water like electrolytes or something like that. I don't really, do too many.
You got a favorite Gatorade?
That's between lemon lime and blue.
Have you had the grape one?
I have, but
I think the grape one's the worst one.
Oh, the grape one's the best one.
I mean, it's all right. I mean,
I think the red one's the best. The fruit punch or whatever. I think that one's the best.
Yeah.
In the blue, you like the cool blue or like that glacier freeze blue?
Nah, the cool blue, or like the glacier cherry, the clear one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's good. Man, that one's good.
I can get behind all that. Yeah, no, I mean, we appreciate you coming on, man. We're excited to follow your recruitment. We obviously hope it's Oklahoma, but no matter what, you've got a fan here on this show. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll have to maybe check in on you maybe after your visit to OU in March and see how it went and just checking on your recruitment. And we hope you enjoy it. We both went to OU. That's obviously we're a little bit biased, but like Brandon said, either way, best of luck. And again, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Brandon, do you have an end of video challenge for the people?
So end of video challenge, guys. We got a big time recruit here, a big time guy that Oklahoma's targeting. Just go show your love in the comments. Ask him any questions that you might have that we didn't get to. Maybe if we ever get Trent back on the show, we can follow up and ask those kind of questions. But to show your support, man. It's a big time prospect here that Oklahoma's targeting.
For sure. So if you haven't already, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Apple, Spotify, and TikTok. And also follow Trent on Twitter, Instagram, all his social medias as well. We'll put in the description as well, so you can go follow him on there. And we'll catch you guys next time, and maybe we'll get Trent on here in the next month or so. Thanks, guys.